Hello crafters, welcome back to Ila Demoko. I'm Taco Mage and this is Infinity Fortress. So, there have been some pretty big changes since the last episode. We have indeed moved server and luckily enough, my island survived. In fact, I've even been adding on to it. As you can see, I've got a brand new forest over there with a bunch of colorful trees. I've got this nice big tree in the middle here that's kind of dominating everything, but I quite like it. It's pretty. I like it. It's bald cypress from Extra Biomes. I'm a fan. And you'll also notice I have taken my wall of focus to the next level. Since I'm doing everything technological, I figured it was about time that my wall of focus received an upgrade. So I'm using the RF tools screens to do my new wall of focus. Unfortunately, I ran out of the text upgrades that go into them in order to display text. Otherwise, there would have been more stuff on here. But I think I've got enough to do today. The problem that I ran into was squid ink. It's kind of hard to get squid ink up on the island here, and all the ways that I can make squid ink I haven't done yet. So this is going to be my list for now. So the big one for today, though, is to start Galacticraft. I got to get all the basic stuff for Galacticraft up off the ground. I also would like to start on maybe doing some better armor, but if nothing else, making an armor stand. My other armor that I was using is pretty much done. It's not a lot of durability left on it, so I think I'm going to use titanium armor since I'm going to the moon, and titanium armor is Galacticraft. Figured I'd give it a shot, and I mined up a whole bunch of it from the nether, so should have plenty to get that going, but I need to do all the Galacticraft stuff. Oh, I just realized all my things were over there. Hold on, I'm going to cut out here and get rid of those so they're not on the screen. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, sorry about that. Those are actually for the other series that I'm doing with Toasty, so by now you've probably seen it if you're watching this, certainly. So, anyway, where was I? Oh, yes, armor. Anyway, I want to get some titanium armor going. That should be a little bit better than the armor that I just got rid of, which was the obsidian armor. And I'd also like to get my jetpack up to resonant level. I've got all the stuff for that now that I've got the Enderium production going, so that shouldn't be a problem. I also need to start in on AE automation. This is going to be especially important as I get up to the point where I need to start making all the stuff to capture that deep dark fortress. And I've also got this random list of things that I kind of want to do in whenever I get a chance, specifically this charging pad one. I think I'm going to do that before even starting Galacticraft, because I'm still charging my reinforced jetpack just in whatever machine will take it. So I don't actually have a good charging station, so I'm going to make one of those. Before I go to the moon, I'm definitely going to need a ranged weapon, because the moon bosses are those double bow wielding skeletons, so I want something that I can hit them from a distance at. Some tier 3 crafter, which is a neat little thing, which I'm going to need in order to make the portal to the deep dark. Ender IO enchanter. As I mentioned a couple of times, I need to get into enchanting, and I think the Ender IO enchanter is the one I'm going to try this time. And a magnum torch. There's been some mob spawn issues on my island, and I don't want to put torches everywhere to deal with it, so I'm thinking if I make a magnum torch, that'll keep everything at bay. And then here's my moon checklist. This is everything that I need to gather. Well, actually, it's not everything. This is the current list of things I need to gather into this box over here, which is my moon stuff box. As you can see, I've already got a couple of things in there. I've got a copy of my dimensional stuff and some cables, so that's just so that I can get back here from the moon if I need to. But what I'm going to attempt to do is when I go to the moon, try to get everything that I want to do on the moon done all in one go without having to come back here. And I'm going to try to make that base autonomous, so this is all the stuff I need to do that. I'll hit some of that stuff if I got some time, but things like food and like the electric compressor, those are things that I'm going to be able to do off camera. Anyway, so I think I'm going to start with this charging pad here, because that's something I really do need right away. And then we're going to get right into Galacticraft. So my charging pad, I'm just going to make the one real quick for mechanism. And I think it's called it's either charging pad or charging station. Charging pad? No, station? No. What is it called? Charge. Shoot. What is it? Oh. Charge pad. Yeah, that's why. Oops. Yeah. This always gets me. So the charge pad, click on it here, is actually pretty easy. Just 2 steel ingots, 3 pressure plates, and an energy tablet. I'm pretty sure I've got all that. Yep, there we go. So that's not a big old crafting issue. I'm just going to put this over by, I don't really have a, well, I guess I do have a spot for it. We'll put it right here. Boom. Oh, that's, oh, I can, I'm going to put that in a better spot because I forgot that this cable is here. But now I can stand on this pad, and while I do, my jetpack will get charged up. So that's nice. I no longer have to dump it in. Gosh. No longer have to dump it in the gas burning generators, which is what I've been doing. So yeah, good. Glad to get that off the list. Now I can charge up my stuff much. See, as I said, mob spawning issues, and I just don't want to put torches all over the island. So yeah, a magnum torch is certainly on the menu. So that's, as you guys remember, that's my lava fabricator set. It's been chugging away, making me lots of obsidian and lava. So I created this little area to start all the Galacticraft stuff. And to start Galacticraft, the first thing I'm going to need is a circuit fabricator, which should be mostly common stuff, but I believe I do need some wire. Circuit fabricator, there it is. Yes, I need aluminum wire, which I believe is pretty easy to make. Yeah, just 3 aluminum ingots between wool. I should have all that. We'll just get 2 of them out there because I think a bunch of the other stuff needs it. And I think I've got all the rest of this. I might not have the buttons. Oh, I do have the buttons. So there we go. Circuit fabricator. Now this is a bit of a strange creature. Put it right there. I think, oh, I need to put in energy over here. Can I rotate these? Oh, I can. Good. Really weird that they have it on the side like that. Anyway, basically, in order to get one of these things going, I'll need to put in some diamond, a couple of pieces of silicone, some redstone, and a torch, and that'll make basic wafers, basic wafers. So if I get, oh, there's a redstone torch right there. What else do I need? Diamond, and then silicone, and I just recently learned that while I do have the Galacticraft silicone, apparently the Ender IO silicon is ordict to the same, so it should work, and then redstone. But we'll use up the Galacticraft stuff because there's nothing else that you can really use that for. So if I put this stuff all in here, whoop, it should, yep, run, and it should make me some basic wafers. Chunka, chunka, chunka. Oh yeah. So that should be good. What else do I need to make? Well, the other thing I need to make is the compressor. Now I actually want to make the electric compressor, but to get to the electric compressor you first have to make the regular compressor. So that was the that was the basic wafers getting done. So I'll just throw those into the ME system here. Oh, not basic wafer, I need the compressor. And the Galacticraft one is right, oh, that's Industrial Craft. Where's the Galacticraft one? Electric compressor. So that's that basic wafer, an anvil, and a bunch of aluminum. And I got all that. Good. Now this one burns coal to do the compressing. I want to eventually, so I can just put it anywhere. But eventually I want to make the electric one so that I don't have to keep pressing coal into it. This thing also, if I remember correctly, sounds pretty heinous. So to make the electric compressor, we need a bunch of compressed stuff, which is why we got to make that thing first. So we need 4 compressed steel, 1 compressed bronze, and an advanced wafer, as well as aluminum wire, which I have in another anvil. Now, advanced wafer is pretty much the same as what we just did, except that we need a redstone repeater in there. I think I've got one of those, actually. Yes, redstone repeater. I got a bunch of them, actually. And then, what was it? Diamond, redstone, and silicon. 1, 2. Good. So then we put this all in here. Boom, 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 boom. Good. So now we should get an advanced wafer eventually. Now steel, compressed steel, can be made in a couple of different ways. Where's the compressed steel? And I think the easiest way, I can just use 2 steel ingots, but I guess that advanced is done. Clang. I think there's a way to do it with, yes, 2 coal and compressed iron. I think I've got enough steel that I can just do the 2 steel, and I needed a couple of those. Yeah, okay, well there's, we're going to need a lot of this, but let's just start out with 16. What I'm going to need coal as well. Coal. Pick up a full stack of that. So you put the fuel in there, and then you put 2 stacks of ingots, and it should, yep, there we go. And then this gets our advanced wafer, and then we're also going to need bronze, which I think I could, see, as I said. Oh, it's awful, isn't it? Ooh, I'm almost out. Do I have tinkers? Oh, that's going to kill me. It's almost worse than the crusher from Mechanism. Oh, good lord. Ugh. Stop. Okay. So then... why is it... Oh, is it idle just because I can't have more than one thing in there? Okay. Well, that'll do its thing. So we'll wait for that to finish up, and I'll come back once I've got the bronze plate. Alright, so the compressor's done. And I was just thinking, I don't know if I mentioned this guy here. This is Son of Baconator. I don't remember if I had him the last time that I recorded. I don't think so yet. Basically, Baconator, my original sword, he got kind of a couple of bad procs on him. So Tousty lost his sword, so I gave him Baconator to use while he needed to run around and do stuff, and kept him from having to make a new sword right away. So I gave Baconator a good home, and Son of Baconator has procced just wonderfully, so I'm very happy with him. You also notice on my hotbar down there that I've also got a steel hammer now, as well as a lumber axe. So I made a few more tools during the interim, but anyway, there's been some other changes too, and I'll hit those as they actually become pertinent. But yeah, so there have been some new things. So daytime is breaking. So anyway, so I should now have all the stuff to make the electric compressor. Electric compressor. I think I got everything. Yep, there we go. Alright, so that will right away replace this guy. And I think I can I wrench this? Nope. Alright, so we'll just pick it. Alright, so that'll all go back in here. I should never need that compressor again. Let's see, I can't remember which side this plugs in on. Same weird side. That's okay. There we go. Alright, so this basically does the same thing as the other compressor does, only it does it twice as fast. So and it does it with energy rather than coal, so always good. So that's the first 2 things off the list. That's the other cool thing about these screens, is that once I get something, I can either just delete it, or I can just pull the text module out, and it'll just pull it right out of the list. So what was... sorry. What do we got here? So I pulled the wrong ones. I need that one out, and I need that one out. So next is oxygen gear. So basically what I need to make is all the oxygen gear that I will need to survive, and that's all the stuff that goes in this screen here. So it's a helmet, it's a oxygen gear, and then 2 tanks, as well as a parachute, and I can't remember what that guy's called. Galactic Craft. But it's the helmet that lets you hear in space. I do not see it, but I'll be able to look that up during one of the breaks, because I'm going to have to make up a lot more of that compressed stuff. But anyway, that starts with the oxygen gear. Oxygen gear. So the oxygen gear is oxygen pipe, which I'm going to need to make a lot of that, around an oxygen concentrator. Now, oxygen pipe is just glass pane, so that's pretty easy. But this is compressed steel, compressed tin, tin canister, oxygen vent, which is more compressed steel and tin. So I need to compress just a lot of steel and tin. So that break that I was talking about, yeah, that's going to happen right now. Alright, so here I am up in my research building. It's going to take a long time to make those plates. So I thought that while that was going on, I might as well take care of some of the other things on my board. One of the things on that board was automating the AE system. But before I do that, because I'd kind of like to be able to concentrate on this while not having to keep running back to check on how the compressor is doing, I thought I would start with making that magnum torch and the Ender IO enchanter, since those are both items that I think I have almost everything I need for them. Now, the reason I'm in my research building is that I want to start with the enchanter. Now, the Ender IO enchanter, let's bring it up here, requires something that I don't quite have the capacity to make yet. Oh, I'm thinking of something else. No, I can make this. Awesome. Well, that's going to be easy. Well, cool. Alright, so I must have been thinking of a different recipe. Oh, I was probably thinking of the There's another enchanter that requires like potions and stuff, but apparently this isn't this isn't that one. Now the enchanter is a cool piece of equipment. What it does is you put in a book and quill in here and some sort of item, and it'll create an enchanted book. And there should be a way to check the recipes. Oh, there. So, like 16 gold makes an XP boost, 16 dark steel makes protection, 16 fire makes fire protection, you got feather falling, blast protection, projectile protection, respiration, aqua affinity, thorns, sharpness, smite. So basically lots of different enchants that you can kind of force onto your equipment. So that's going to be a neat little thing. It's, again, pretty much just enchanting with kind of a lower and stuff. I may make a better enchanter than that, but for the most part, the only thing I really need out of this enchanter is actually the ability to make that Silk Touch book. So I'm just going to stick it in here for now, so that if I make another enchanter, it's going to go in this room. This is going to be kind of my random technology stuffs room and a little bit of magic that I'm going to do. So there's that. Oh, I know why I needed what I needed the potions for. It's for the magnum torch. That's right. So if we go up here and look at the magnum torch recipe, that's what I was getting confused. The magnum torch requires 2 potions, and I don't yet have the ability to make potions because I need a brewing stand. Luckily, I've got all the stuff for a brewing stand, but as you can see, I'm running out of blaze. But luckily, another thing that happened while I was between the last session and this one is I got myself a blaze spawner, finally. I took the opportunity when I started on the map, starting out on the map, to quickly go to the nether and snag one. And speaking of the map, so I need to make a brewing stand. Speaking of the map, because we are in a completely new map, the restriction of me having to stay on this island was lifted by my sponsor. They said I can go crazy, go exploring and stuff, and I have. Part of the reason they lifted that requirement was not just because they felt sorry for me cooped up here on the island and felt I should get to explore, but it's also because they've given me a second job with Toasty to create an organic food line for them. So that's probably the primary reason why they let me off, because they want me to be able to do that for them. And in fact, by the time you watch this video, that series is probably already out and probably done several episodes by now. Okay, so I got the brewing stand. So to make the magnum torch, I'm going to need, let's see, a potion of regeneration 2 and a potion of instant health 2. So let's start with the regeneration. So that needs glowstone dust from a potion of regeneration, which needs a gas tier and awkward potion, which needs netherwort and water bottle. Good. I'm pretty sure I have all of that. Go into yon brewing stand, toss a bunch of those in there, and a netherwort. Oh, I forgot how long these take. Alright, well, I'm just going to go through the potion chain off screen here, because you guys kind of saw how that went. I just got to turn netherwort to awkward potions and then put some of this other stuff in it until I get those 2 potions I need. So I will see you back after I got all the potions. Alright, so got my potions. I made 3 of each because you can do 3 for 1, and I figure might as well not waste those materials. So now I should be able to start down the magnum torch. Now I need to make, before I make the magnum torch, I need to make 5 of these chandeliers, which are pretty easy. It's just 4 torches, a diamond, and a couple of gold. That should 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I got that. And the rest of this I should just have. Boom, there we go. Magnum torch. Now what a magnum torch does is it makes it so that mobs can't spawn in a 128 block cube, I think. See, this is why I'm making this thing. And I can... The other reason I'm making it, or I should say the same reason I'm making it, is that the part of the mob spawn problem is that I get them down here, which is just, it's not good. Go away, Mr. Zombie. So I think I've actually got my chunk loader hidden down here somewhere too. So I think I'm just going to put this down here as well. Boom. So that should keep mobs from spawning naturally within a, oh, there's the chunk loader, in a 128 block radius, which should cover my entire island.